What's up? So this is the start of a series I'm calling iOS 14 Setups.
Lost my mind, lost it twice. Should've known better than to take advice on my private life. All the time, nothing else, hold me back.
Now, with this series, I'm gonna take you guys along on a trip with me on some iOS 14 setups, basically. A little self-explanatory there. And I'm gonna go through Reddit, find a bunch of setups through Reddit and stuff like that. And I'll be sure to shout out the people who give me these setup ideas. And then I'll go through how to set them up. So first, let's take a look at this setup that I have here. So for this setup, I got a bunch of custom icons, and I really like the look of the red icons. Now, do keep in mind that I'm working with a bit of limitations here, because for all the apps that do not have custom themes on them, they were not designed to have custom themes. Because I'm going with a setup that's easy to download here. And so, since it's easy to download, you're not gonna have as many icons as you would normally. So for the download process of these icons, I'll go through it later, or you can skip to this time code if you wanna see that download process. But it's a lot easier than the normal shortcuts method. I'll just say that for now. And so you can see that some of the custom icons that I don't have icons for are all this top row of apps and the Edge browser and the YouTube app. So I kind of put them in a grid, and you could do this too when you're making your setups if you ever do. You kind of put them in a grid just by color, and I actually got lucky here because the apps that I do use are all in white, so it kind of looks like it's part of the theme, even though it's not really part of the theme. And then on top, I designed this widget, and you can actually screenshot it right here if you want to download it. I'll go through how to download it later. And you can screenshot that if you want, and here's like just what it looks like in dark mode, and we can switch over to light mode real quick just to see what it looks like. It's probably relatively the same. Some of the colors change up at the top. Now we can just switch it back to dark mode, and we'll go to my next page, and my next page just has some calendar stuff on it and a music widget to show me what's playing in my music, and some apps are hidden right behind here. And here's the little sticky notes. I went through the sticky notes app in my last video. If you want to check that out, check it out right there. And last page is a little Tamagotchi, who is also a widget, and I'll go through this later. Now, one of the downsides to this, and in my future setups, this probably won't be as big an issue because there is a way to get around this. But whenever you open one of these apps, it opens a tab first and then goes to that app. So you'll see that we have two instances of this app open at once, which is kind of annoying. You gotta swipe twice up. Not a big deal. The load times I found aren't very long, so you shouldn't have to deal with it too much. Now let's get into how to install them. So since before iOS 14 was even a thing, this thing called Iskin, or iCustom Icons, has been around. And it's a website that basically lets you download custom icons and make your own custom icons, even adding blank icons if you want. So I added a link in the description, but we can just go to, you have to open this in Safari, by the way, but we'll head over to Safari. And now that we're in Safari, just go here and delete this and type in Iskin. Now it should pop up in your top hits, and it should be the first one that pops up. It'll say tooliphone.net. You click that, and here we go. We got all these themes. Now in order to browse the themes, you're gonna wanna scroll down and go to browse by themes, and there's 417 themes on this website. So we can scroll through and see all of these. Now the personal theme that I downloaded was called Just for Fun, and that's because it includes a lot of icons. So I added the link down below for this specific one, and we just go here, app icons, and you'll select which ones you like. So let's say we want to download Discord, Facebook, all of these, right? We scroll to the very bottom, hit generate theme, wait for the theme to generate, and then hit allow. And once we hit allow, we can go open into our settings, and our settings should say profile downloaded at the top. You click that, you hit install, and you type in your password, install, boom, then you're done. So now if we go to our home screen and go to our very last page, you can see it installed these app icons. You just put all those app icons at the top, and they should fit in that row. And keep in mind, if there are some that you don't have, just go through the Shortcuts app and make your own icon, which is probably what you're gonna end up having to do. Or you can just comment down below, and I'll see if I can make a Photoshop file for you in that specific app if you want. Now, again, the downside is it opens an extra instance of the app, which does kind of suck. Yeah, I know. but in our future ones, we should be fine because I'll probably be designing some of them in some of the future episodes. Now let's get into the widget up at the top icon. So this is an app called Widget. I talked about it in my last video. I talked about it so much, and we can click this, and all you have to do to install this specific widget is scan this QR code I'm about to show, or just screenshot this QR code, and then go into your widget app, hit import widget, and then do import from album, and then import it, and then it should pop up here, and there we go. You just hit save, and then you can add it to your home screen through the widget app. And there we go, we have everything, and then keep in mind that the wallpaper is down in the description also if you want to do that. And yeah, this is all music view, calendar app, and that's pretty much it for this setup. Now the apps that we used were the music view app, the calendar app, the launcher app, Widget, the Iskin website, and sticky notes. Now those are my 5-6 apps that basically you have to use. And that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, drop a like, and be sure to subscribe for some future ones. I'm coming out with some pretty good ones in the future. All right.